just a thought on speciesism. I think a lot of people who claim to be vegan don't really seem to fully understand speciesism. So for me, speciesism is treating other species differently to how you would treat our own species, the human species. So if we do something different because the person is of a different species, then by definition we are being speciesist. So one of my favourite comebacks to people who talk about whether or not it's ethical to, for example, ride horses or have service dogs or things like that, things that are often at the fringes of veganism. I think there are a lot of vegans out there who would consider themselves vegan apart from service dogs or apart from the fact that they ride horses, but they're vegan. I always try and put the scenario into a different context, so I always say take out the animal from that scenario and substitute a person in that situation. So would you say it's okay to put the bit between a human's teeth, a saddle on their back, and ride them? Of course not. Would you say it was okay to have a human who you controlled purely because you wanted them to sniff out drugs or whatever, find drugs for you, and they were your captive? Of course not. So why is it okay because that person is of a different species? Why is it okay because that is a horse or a dog or a cat or whatever? If you ask yourself the same question and substitute an animal for the person or a person for the animal and you get a different answer, then by definition you are being speciesist. So whenever you get into a situation and you think, is this vegan or is this not vegan, you need to ask yourself, if I took out the animal and put in a person, or if I took out the person and put in an animal, would my answer be different? If your answer is different, then you are being speciesist. In the same way as if I considered any other sort of form of oppression. So if I was in a situation and I was thinking, am I being sexist here? And I took out the woman and put in a man, or I took out the man and put in a woman. Or am I being racist here? So I took out a white person and put in a black person, or took out a black person and put in an Asian person. If your answer changes because of the race, creed, colour, sex, ethnicity, religion or anything, then you are being racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic or whatever it is. Same token, if your answer changes because we're talking about an animal as opposed to a person, then you are being speciesist. End of story. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. I've been Nigel from Mad About Animals. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you.